Now we say that friction is necessary evil. Okay, it's necessary evil. Now, why do we say it's necessary and also evil? Okay, now see, let's start with few examples. Why friction is necessary? See, when we say friction, why it is necessary, first very important point is, if we are walking on the ground, if we are running on the ground, it is because of friction. See, your foot comes in contact with the ground. Right, since the foot is in contact with the ground, if you are walking, you are basically pushing the ground and you're moving forward, correct? Now, if it was smooth surface, it's like imagine you're walking on ice, there friction is almost zero. Of course, friction is never zero, but it's close to zero. Now, can you walk on ice so easily like how you can walk on a road or on any mud? No, right? Why? Because of friction. So friction is there, that's the reason you can walk, you can run. See, this is why friction is necessary. Or the second thing is braking. See, braking is very important. You're in a vehicle. Well, imagine if there are no brakes, what will happen? So braking is because of friction. So wheel is rolling, okay, the wheel is moving basically. You apply the brake. What happens? So those rubber bushes will come in contact with the tire and then the tire stops. So that's basically braking, correct? Right? So this is very, very, very important. See, again, because of friction. Let it be kinetic friction or rolling friction or whatever it is. But basically it is friction, right? So friction is a necessity. Correct? Not only this. For example, see, let's say you throw a ball. Okay, you throw a ball. Now, as the ball goes up and it is coming down, there is air resistance, correct? Air resistance is basically friction, right? So, then what happens? Or let's say you're throwing something inside water. Okay, inside water is a fluid. In fluids we have something known as viscosity. Now, because of viscosity, what happens? The body slows down. Correct? The body slows down. So again, one of the uses of friction. Alright, you might be thinking, what's the use of that? And see, why that is useful, because suppose let's say, see, usually what happens, we have these oil rigs, correct? In the middle of an ocean, they dig oil, or oil rigs are there. Now, initially what they do is they just leave, they need to know how deep the ocean is at that point, correct? So what they do is they take a metallic bob or something and they just leave it. Okay? Now if it is accelerating to a very high extent, then if it hits a rock, then the metal bob will get damaged, correct? Now, since water has that viscosity, that won't happen. What happens? There is a lot of resistance in the water. How does that resistance comes into picture? Because of friction, because of viscosity. Okay? See, these are all necessity of friction. Now we'll see why friction is evil. Alright? Now first thing is, because of friction, wear and tear of things will happen. Okay? For example, see, let's say you have a moving part in a machine. Okay, like a lift, you have that cable and you have that lift and all these things. See, here what happens is, as the objects are moving, it's rotating, it's moving. Since they're moving, you have kinetic friction. Now because of kinetic friction, that wear and tear of objects will happen. Okay, see, so we need to change those things, correct? So again, friction is evil. Alright, one more thing is, see, friction causes heat to liberate. Okay, lot of heat is liberated. Alright, like for example, see, and later on you'll learn, see, what happens is whenever an electrical instrument, something is moving, okay, wherever there is motion, for example, take tire only, okay, as the tire is moving on the road, after some point of time, there is a lot of wear and tear of tires, right? One is because of heat, okay. Heat, what happens, the rubber becomes brittle and rubber will start as a powder you get. Okay, as you move on the road, the rubber becomes powder. So this is because of the heat by the friction. So friction is evil, correct? So friction is necessary and friction is evil. That's the reason we call friction is a necessary evil. Okay, so we need both. See, we have positives and negatives. It's just about how we use those positives and negatives. That's all. Understand? Okay.